How we doing? Take my stuff over here. Okey-doke. There I am. Let's get the monetization on. Done. Save. Why does it keep turning off? Okay. Oh, look at all you guys. Here, let me press play. Make sure I'm in the right place. Well, hello, everyone. Okay, Bonnie, I think I missed you last time. Let me just write these names down really quick. Universe, get us ready for this week ahead, okay? What do you want us to work on? We got Monday, Tuesday, Beth. Hi, Pammy Sue. Renee, hi there. Rosie, hi. Okay, you guys have a message for us. How are you guys? Nice to see you. Oh, Crystal Tarot, why am I having such a hard time with the moon in my sign? Would that be Cancer? It's really difficult for everybody. Just the way, Mercury's behaving and the sun, I'm like, I'm just going to lay low because there's going to be so many misunderstandings. No one's going to understand if I'm coming, going, me personally, when I see what's on the horizon, I really like to limit the opportunity for, conflict, disagreements, misunderstandings, and heartache. I just don't have the time or energy for that. So, Crystal, Tarot, it's not you, honey. Okay. It's everything. And in fact, that question is very relevant because I wasn't planning to go live. I've been just trying to chew on the energies because there's so much change going on. I try to hang out in the background and get a feel for where things are going and what's happening. But today I was like, this is really kind of nasty. And I realized that kind of the nastiness that's happening today, I think that's what is happening in 2021. We know that 2020 was difficult for different reasons. 2021, I've been calling stage 2 out of this 3 stages we have for transformation. 2020 was stage 1. Stage 2 is 2020. 2020 was stage 1. 2021 is stage 2. 2022 is stage 3. See, there you go. There's the Mercury. I can't talk and explain. So you know what? I'll just write it out again. My sloppy notes. Someone took my other whiteboard. So stage 1 was 2020. Stage 2 is 2021. Stage 3 is 2022. And actually, look at all these 2s, you guys, you numbers. That's because of our Pluto return on February 20th, 2022. How about that? So we're in stage 2. I was wondering when we were going to start feeling the bumps and the pains that would be the signature of 2021. And I kind of think that this weekend was it. And that is why I wanted to go live. Okay. Because a lot has happened. A lot happened last week. A lot happened this weekend. And we're heading into Taurus season, and I have no idea what to expect, you guys, at all. Because, we talk about that Saturn-Jupiter conjunction on the first day of winter, the Christmas star that was at 0 degrees Aquarius. We have nothing in our history, at least anything I can find back in the cosmos, that gives a hint, a clue as to what to expect with this great conjunction, because this lasts about 20 years. We haven't had it for about 1,000 years in Aquarius and an air sign. So, and this is right ahead of our Pluto return, which is stage 3. Even the weather is acting wonky. You're going to find that probably this spring and summer, the weather people are not going to be able to figure out the weather patterns. It's like all the models and things are going to have to readjust because we're in a totally new pattern that they have zero data on to analyze any past trends. So we're in the midst of a lot of flux and change. And so that's why I'm here tonight. Let me check in and say hello to you guys really quickly. I've got the sage burning. So yeah, how are you guys doing? I know, GMDave, too many shootings. That's the other reason why. This is what's absolutely is a part of this, okay? For entertainment purposes only, yes. I can't believe, knock on wood, I am not buffering yet. Okay. I hope okay, so good luck on your job interview tomorrow. I think I have no idea how tomorrow is going to be, but we're in really big changes. Okay. I see all you guys. Okay, let me get a drink. Okay, so let's talk about this. There's a lot I want to say about the shootings today. It's too big right now though, so we're gonna go down to this, which is what I think has a signature for 2021 on it. So, Here we go. We're gonna go to this. But I don't want to miss this stuff. Okay, so this was kind of explosive this weekend. In fact, let's back up a little bit more. Was it Thursday or Friday that President Biden announced the sanctions? And he said that we were going to expel, was it 10 diplomats? And they had 30 days to go. 30 days to leave. And he wasn't doing it to be punitive. He just wants to have a predictable relationship with Russia. The other thing that did not really make the news, and it's been kind of a little bit quiet starting Saturday, the Czech Republic, I think more of this is coming out now. They're expelling 18 immediately. They've got 48 hours to leave. They're pissed. Poland expelled 3 diplomats. Because what happened is the Czech Republic got information on Saturday about a 2014 explosion. An ammunition explosion. How many times have we been seeing in the news another ammunitions explosion, another fertilizer explosion. There's a pattern to these things. The Czech Republic said that they had gotten information on Saturday about the 2014 explosion that killed 2 citizens. And it was related to these diplomats who are actually, you know, KGB, not KGB, they call it GRU and SVR. Some other name, I'm going to cover that up now. Direct to their intelligence. So that's why. Poland expelled 3 because of imminent threats or something that had happened. But then, of course, the Russia is saying, how dare you? How dare you? We're expelling all you guys. You get 24 hours to leave. And in fact, the United States ambassador that is in Russia right now, he is a Donald Trump appointee. They kept him. They said, go ahead, stay. He's being asked to leave, and he doesn't want to leave because he knows what's waiting for him when he gets home. But that's also going on. So this is also happening. And of course, God bless you, Navalny. Just from what I am seeing in some of my, the card showed me a long time ago, he knew that the only way probably to defeat the Russia or the Putin would be a scenario like this. And I don't know, when he left Germany after the last incident, there was such a furor, such an anger and rage, because I think maybe he got some intelligence or some information beyond what happened to him. And it was kind of like, I was supposed to die. This is my last chance to get Putin. And I think he returned around the time that either Biden won the election or he was inaugurated. And I felt like that timing was on purpose so that people would keep their eye on him, and he felt like he could have more backup from America. Navalny, his North Node, life's purpose, it's where your life is directed to as it unfolds throughout your lifetime. It is in the sign of Scorpio. Life and death, yes. Transformation, absolutely. He's such a powerful person. And with what he's going through right now, it's kind of like the old samurai warriors, that they would, they would commit suicide. They would drive their swords deep into their stomachs because that's where they knew their soul resided, to kill themselves before someone else could have the pleasure of doing that to them. And it's kind of like, I got a second chance. Nobody else can say if I live or die but me. I don't know if that's the truth. This is for entertainment purposes only. That is the sense that I have. The cards show him having a lot of peace and at one with that decision. And that is actually where and how his faith is so strong. So strong. So, and I know a lot of people want U.S. to intervene. We can to an extent, but this is kind of his show. His show. Anybody else that intervenes, it kind of takes away from his narrative. It gives them an opportunity to weaponize it and then cover up the story, and the story gets lost in all the drama and the outrage on how dare you say that about me or do that to me. The key is to give Russia, Trump, 0 to weaponize, 0 to create deep fakes from. So I know this is with a heavy heart and it's on a lot of people's minds. But this is playing out, and he definitely, Scorpio, there's a control issue. There's a control issue here. and his story and his life. And it's hard to watch. It is indeed hard. So these are the other things that have happened. When I'm looking at the cards this weekend, like with all these other things that are going on, asking, is this retribution and payback for what's happened to the Russia last week with all of this embarrassment, the sanctions? This is the biggest problem. He is their biggest problem. And this is like a no-win situation for anybody. Because somebody has to win. Nobody wins if he goes. There can only be one winner. And I don't think Putin is going to let him win. Just, take everything down with him. We'll see. So that's happening. They are related. There is a lot of retribution and anger because whenever something happens to the Russia, they get angry. They have to steal the narrative back. There's been a lot of embarrassment for them. And they have 100% lost the narrative. The other people losing the narrative are the GOP because, we have the controversy with the vaccines, but the whole thing with Matt Gaetz taking everyone down, that's another thing that they need a distraction from. We need to change the subject, and they cannot get anything to stick against Biden right now or the Democrats. They like to provoke a lot of things so they can get their sound bites, like Marjorie Taylor Greene supposedly had to walk back her thing with America First. They're desperate for something. So there's that. But the other thing I was noticing today is that when we have these big days, when we're anticipating big news, for example, when Mueller testified, was that in 2018? There was a lot of anticipation about that. And what happened? They had to steal the narrative away. Something had to happen to devastate people ahead of time and then make it go away and leave people leaving that much more disheartened and disappointed. And when that was in July 2018, 2019, that Mueller testified, that week had shootings leading up to that so that we wouldn't talk about it. This has happened many times where there's some big piece of news that's anticipated. How are we going to blow it up and traumatize people with an end result? And I don't know what's going to happen with the Chauvin trial. I really don't. I don't know if they're going to decide tomorrow or not with all of that. But it's so Kremlin-y to have a bunch of things happen, the shootings, that is terrifying everyone. And not only is it one shooting, so far we have Chicago, Omaha, Austin, Kenosha, DC. There was another one in Minnesota. This is just today. This is just today. I'm sure there's more. And they've all had this weird byline. It's like believed that, or likely due to gang blah, blah, blah. I have never seen so many of these things happen, but then coming up with a byline, like it's believed that they're not a danger to the community. Excuse me, what is that? It's likely due to gang, but it's not a threat to the community. What are you talking about? Since when does the media keep making these comments? It's not a are we trying to normalize this, minimize this? But this is happening all over today. today. That is not normal. That's today, Sunday. What's tomorrow? The Chauvin trial. So one way the past administration would terrorize us would be to have a bunch of crap blow up, have us running around crazy, terrified, traumatized, terrorized, and then the big thing would happen that would just crush people. It would just be so upsetting. And it's probably like when people got off again. They weren't charged. It's such a disappointment. This is so typical. It has that signature, those prints all over it. So are you following me here? Let me check in with you guys. Hi, you guys. I'm just going through here. Hi. Oh, hi, Impish. Thank you, sweetheart. Okay. Hi. Okay. I just want to make sure that we are all on the same page here, okay? Because I did not draw up an outline. I just wanted to make sure we touched on some things before we head into this week. In fact, I threw a bunch of teroscopes and asked a lot of people a lot of things, and this is kind of where it's going. And we're getting a bigger picture of the counter. I was always wondering when Don Julio would rise again after January 6th, after the inauguration, when he was out, when is he going to consolidate power again and come out and attack? And I feel like that's where we are, because we're in a 90-degree square to when that all happened. Plus, we've hit some eclipse stuff. But I'm so grateful. I got my box where I'm keeping Don Julio in, away from all my other stuff. My office already feels so much more cleaner. I wanted to take out some of his charts to figure out what was going on. And I know that it's a big mess. I just want to at least make sure you guys saw it. This is his solar return. What this is basically saying to me is, we've hit that painful spot that was in his chart from his birthday last year. And it started on April 13th. And it's going to last until May 12th. It's going to be kind of like fireworks in the sky for all the vengeance and pettiness and pissed offness he's had since last June 14th. It's all, of course, wrapped up in the Russia. But like the key dates, starting on April 13th, then add 2 weeks is a big day. But I mean, still, this is still very, very active, whatever he's doing. But it's really going to, like 2 weeks from the 13th is going to be a big pow. And then 4 days after that is going to be a big pow. Oh, yeah, this one is going to hurt. This is the Chiron asteroid from his solar return from his last birthday. This is the wounded healer. He is so wounded. He is so wounded, and it is going to explode. And then 6 days from that, we hit his Lilith. Lilith being USA's 9/11. Being the pain of George Floyd, the pain of civil rights, women's rights, all that. We got a big taste of all that, but it's going to come back, you guys. And then after May 12th, like 9 days after that. So this is kind of what's ahead of us in April and May. Okay? So we got that going on. And look at this. This was his solar return. What's in the skies above him? This light. Let me turn a different light. He has the Eight of Swords. This is hitting what's crowning him in the skies above him for his solar return, he drew the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords with these guys, well, it could be jail, but it's actually terrorism. Terrorizing us. So he's got that active April 13th, at least until May 12th, and I'm going to do what I'm going to do. So that's what's happening. Thank you, Connie Brown, for entertainment purposes only. Yes. So there's that. Now, let's get into this 2021 business, because I think what's been happening this weekend, we got a taste of what's happening this year, and this is why. And it will be more prominent during other times than, I mean, we just got the taste of it. So this is going to happen, you know, probably every season. We're going to kind of get knocked around like this. But this is ahead of our Pluto return. What is the Pluto return? Remember, that's on 2/20/22, February 20th next year. Pluto is the planet of life and death. I know this is just very generally speaking, the things that give life, the things that take life. There are major forces, volcanic forces to create things, make things, metamorphosis, transformation, massive, massive change. It's the god of the underworld. It reveals all things that are hidden. It is so powerful. That in the USA chart, Pluto returns to its place, and that is at 27 degrees Capricorn. Right now, Pluto is 26 degrees Capricorn. I want to say, like, let me get you an absolute. What is it right now? Pluto right now is 26 degrees Capricorn, 47 minutes, 24 seconds. I mean, it is so close. So it's going to retrograde before it hits 27 degrees. But it's only going to retrograde to like maybe 24 degrees, the can opener eclipse. This is how close we are to transforming everything. If it feels like life and death, we're right on the cusp of that. These are the active things going on. So I'm going to show you what's... So right now at 26 degrees, we have transit Pluto. USA Pluto is 27 degrees, and these are in Capricorn. Oh, 28 degrees, what's that? That is natal USA Uranus. Yeah, this is at Aries, 28 degrees. So Uranus is that planet that represents explosions. Things suddenly happening. This record freaking cold out of nowhere that's been joining forces with Pluto to make it really cold and longer lasting, because there's a Saturn element to it, which like concentrates the weather and extends it. And today, the sun is at 29 degrees Aries. So this is one thing we are dealing with for 2021. We have Pluto returning, and as Pluto returns, clashing, squaring off with USA natal Aries. And so what happens? 26, 27, 28. What's getting the squeeze right now? Our USA natal Pluto. Death, life, transformation. There sure is a lot of it right now in the streets this weekend and in the news. This is part of 2021. Mars will go into Cancer soon. Mars right now is at 27 degrees Gemini. Within the week, Mars will be going into Cancer. And Mars, Cancer, is opposite Capricorn. It squares Aries. So this is going to be active again, all this stuff. Now, but wait, there's more, you guys. I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer, but you just gotta know what we're going through right now so you don't totally lose your mind and you don't take it personally. And if you see people losing their minds, you won't be judging them as much. We're all trying to get through this together and it is hard. But you guys, we made it through stage 1 of 2020 already. We got this far. Whoops. There is no giving up. Oh, hey, gosh, thanks you guys. There is no giving up, okay? Because you know who else is? Eris is in play. This is my fact around and find out asteroid. Aries sister, Eris. She is at 24 degrees Aries. She is planted there. She does not know how to lose. She is in it to win it. She will fight to the teeth and she will not give up. And both this Aries 28 USA, Aries 24 Eris, guess what they do? Now this is happy. They send these I don't have a blue marker. Pretend that it's blue. But these beautiful trines to 27 degrees Sagittarius. And this was the promise for the next 12 years. The Venus-Jupiter conjunction at the galactic center of the universe. 12 years, the divine feminine. So, in all this chaos, things are dying, things are changing. Uranus is also a pressure reliever. When pressure builds up, it works to provide relief there. We actually, this really sucks, but ahead of our Pluto return next year, we need to get as much done ahead of time. We've gotten a lot done. I have a feeling that this 2022 Pluto return might be more healing, more transformational to positive growth than if it just hit us blindside out of the blue and we didn't get ready for it. So, Eris, fact around and find out, she says, trining the divine feminine and the galactic center of the universe, the powers that created our sun of our galaxy solar system, with Uranus, expect anything. They are triangulating, they're active and they're strong, and they are colliding head on with the plutocrats. I really think this Pluto return has to do with the plutocrats because so much of our nation, well, okay, so I don't want to say so much of our nation, but a lot of our history, for example, the plutocrats, the businessmen, the oligarchs. The state of Hawaii was stolen by American businessmen. I will just let you know that I made my peace with that because if the Americans didn't do it, then it was going to be the Japanese or the Brits that were going to come in and do it. The Americans, greedy, self-centered bastards, got in line first, took Hawaii. This is true about Texas. I did not know this about Texas, but Texas being its own country, the businessmen said, hey, we're not going to be a part of you anymore. We're letting USA, we're part of USA. USA adopt us is kind of how it was. And their chart for Texas, I know I still have to do that. For Texas is more like the teenager rebellious. Yeah, we're part of you, but we're really not. On paper, we're part of you, but we're really not. Okay? Plutocrats, businessmen. Look at all of the things businessmen historically in the United States took over. This goes on and on and on and on. So I am not placing blame. I am just sharing with you. I pray this is about the plutocrats. Say bye-bye, bye-bye, see you later, you're done. Which it kind of feels like it with everything that happened last week, like with the sanctions and everything. So this is active. This Pluto is active. So our natal Pluto is getting the squeeze right now, showing a preview of what's bursting, what's getting popped like a big zit of crap that needs to be dealt with and cleaned up. Pluto is going to retrograde soon. I can't wait for Saturn to retrograde. When Saturn retrogrades, which has been true the past 4 years, what we usually see right away with that Saturn retrograde are filings and charges. So I believe that's going to happen when Saturn retrogrades. We're due for it soon. I don't know exactly when that's going to happen. So this is one aspect of what we're dealing with in 2021. The other thing we're dealing with, we're going to find out very soon, because the sun is going to go into Taurus. And we'll just leave that there. I know. I wish I had better news for you guys. I just want you to be prepared for what's going on, okay? So this, okay, so in about a half of a day, in about 12 hours, the sun is going to go into Taurus at 0 degrees. And for about a half of the day, maybe, because it's ruled by Venus and Venus is there, it is going to feel very happy and harmonious. Hey, Linda Foster, my Taurus. I hope you don't mind that I did that shout out, because we all know you're a Taurus. It's going to feel really lovely. It's so you're going to want to stay there, ground yourself in that, and really try to fill yourself up with as much of those good feelings as you can. Get out in the sun, let those sunbeams hit you with this deliciousness. Because what's going to happen, like the next 12 hours is this is going to collide with the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction on December 21st, which was 0 degrees Aquarius. The sun is going to be 0 degrees Taurus. So this is going to be a big old square. So we got that aspect we're dealing with. Notice that Saturn, Jupiter, the 20-year cycles are always kind of related to the rise and fall of leaders and royalty. I just was blown away that Prince Philip passed away when he did, because it was in the very last vestiges of the winter when this happened. This was the signature of winter. So I have no idea what to expect with this Saturn-Jupiter conjunction squaring Taurus, because now in Taurus is Uranus. That great pressure reliever, that great shaker-upper. You guys, I have told you this is associated with hurricane winds, record temperatures, record weather, like what we saw in Texas. That's when the sun was in Aquarius squaring off with Taurus. We're going to have some wild weather. And probably all Taurus season because of the way the planets are. So when we hit about 10 days, because Uranus is 10 degrees Taurus right now, this is very interesting. With Venus, there are going to be some serious shakeups. Serious, shocking shakeups. I have no idea what they are. I do know that Donald's power planet, here we're back to Pluto, his Pluto is at 10 degrees Leo. So this is his gross power, obsessive, manipulative, dark, gross planet is. And it is going to come into exact square with Taurus. I think this hits Jeff Sessions, and I think this hits Mitch McConnell as well. Too bad, so sad. Keep an eye on that. And then we have Jupiter, which I think is about 26 degrees Aquarius. So Jupiter is way ahead here at later degrees Aquarius. It's getting close to the United States moon. So this kind of stretches out how long we get these reactions going, like earthquakes. Expect earthquakes, you guys. There's gonna be earthquakes. There's gonna be things blowing up. I'm things in the ocean. I'm getting gas and oil. It's good. And Mars will move into Cancer, activating all this stuff. Okay, the Taurus season is messy. I'm looking forward to Gemini season. Now, those of you with fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, I'm going to tell you what my plans are because I'm a Scorpio. My chart has interceptions, meaning in my fixed signs, there are areas that are fixed where there's like no way out. If I want to do something, I stay stuck there until the sun moves and I get to come out. I was planning to get my vaccine as soon as possible, but I'm waiting for Gemini season because for my personal chart, I have a lot more leeway to move around in case I have a problem with it because I have so many like food allergies and stuff. I know I'm going to be okay, but I don't want to be stuck with a problem. And I am staying locked down in my home. We're still on lockdown. So I just want to share that tidbit for you because these aspects are going to be hard of the heart, the circulatory system, your legs, your ankles, your cankles. You guys have watch for your shins, your calves, maybe varicose veins. This is going to be more problematic. And blood, this is one of those things again where I'm like, you got to keep your circulation going, keep the blood flowing, keep the blood thin. Stay away from the heavy fats and things that clog you up. You want to make sure you have your fiber and things that keep moving because we haven't seen this before. We don't know how this is going to act, but something has to give. And there's a lot of big things that a lot of things have to give. You know what? I was on Twitter and I can't remember who it was, but they said, I don't understand the astro stuff, but I understand the way that you say it. It's happening. And I said, well, here, if you don't understand the astrology, that's okay. If you want to think of astrology and a horoscope as a big table with 12 people around it, everybody wants to eat. Everybody is there because they're there to fulfill a purpose. You've got 12 people sitting around a table, and some people do better conversing, others don't. Some are really stuck in their ways because that's how we've always done it. Hello, Saturn. Some people want to create revolution and provoke everyone and get going and rebel, Uranus. Some people are more aggressive, Mars. Some are really loving, Venus. Some can be manipulated or kind of be deceived, Neptune. The sun moves around all these players at the table. And at some point they get to say what they want to say, but they can't all do it at once. So when I am talking about things that are squaring off, it's like these two are not going to get along and they're going to let everybody know about it. And then, you know what? This one is going to decide, I don't want to deal with this either. I'm going to let I want. And then I'm going to get in a power struggle with this one. You know, and then this person might be like, but I'm friends with that one. I want to get along. You know, and then this one is friends with this one and could say something nice to that one. That's kind of how it works. Just think of it as like a big table. And we just have a lot of people, planets, doing their thing. And it gets really uncomfortable sometimes. We're in stage 2, you guys. So, I hope that makes sense. Is that why my legs are hurting? Your legs, is it your thighs, your knees? Well, your feet could be hurting because of the Mars-Neptune going on. Your shins and ankles could be hurting because that is Uranus and the Sun and Jupiter. You know, your knees might be hurting because that is Pluto and Uranus. And your thighs might be hurting and your hips might be hurting because that's Jupiter. There's a lot of reasons why you might be hurting. So I always take more of my vitamins and stuff to support those body parts that are kind of asking for a little bit of help. Your knees. See, Lena, see how your knees feel tomorrow. Once the sun goes into Taurus, which is about a half a day away, they might just magically feel better. Oh, the other thing that's going on is we have Mercury is at 29 degrees Aries, the messenger. So the messenger, which is now activating Mars and Gemini, inflammation, communication, messages, are also squaring off and fighting with Pluto. There's a lot going on. I told you 2021 would be different, but it would have its challenges, but different from 2020. I feel like there's always an escape to what's going on. 2020, because everything was in Capricorn, an earth sign, we were kind of trapped by gravity in the earth. We have stuff in earth signs, but we have a lot in air signs. Air cannot be contained. You can move around a little bit. Oh, carpal tunnel, that, yeah. Mercury rules the hands in Gemini. Mercury in Aries is ruled by Mars. So it activates this Mars in Gemini. Gemini rules the hands, the lungs. Virgo has more influence on the hands. But carpal tunnel, absolutely. See how you feel when Mercury goes into Taurus. You might have a brand new problem, but your hands won't hurt anymore. Okay, I'm Aquarius. No contact with my partner, Taurus. When will she talk to me? I would let Taurus be for Taurus season. Taurus hits the microphone right now, and we're all kind of at the mercy of Taurus right now. Taurus with Uranus, the last couple years, is going through radical changes. They're busting out of the rut. They are looking at the world differently. The world feels differently to them. They are beings that really digest and metabolize all their senses at once to make a decision. It's really cool. I'm a Scorpio. I'm opposite Taurus, so I don't always get that experience. But I know the couple times I have been flooded in that, and it's really, really delicious. But it's like all of the senses come together and make decisions that it's like you can't even verbalize because the entire being is making decisions. So, and Mercury's going to go into Taurus too. Taurus has the microphone. Lord of the Flies, it has the conch shell. Taurus, mind your Taurians, you guys. They're the ones with the leadership. We're still in the Aries lunation, but Taurus is going to dominate and have some things to say. Okay. Hi, you guys. Hi, Donna Lynn. How are you? Kind of interesting. Okay, so, let's get to these 5 cards, the things that we need to think about this week, because this week is going to be crazy. And I say we get the pretty cards. Oh, whoops. Okay. So, everyday enchantment tarot. Oh, look at that. So, I picked 5 instead of 4 today. We've got Bonnie, Beth V, Pammy S, Renee, and Rosie. Your 5 cards this week. We do have a quarter moon. I thought we were going to have a quarter moon in Aries before the sun went into Taurus, and I don't think we are. We are just going to go straight into Taurus season. So the quarter moon, oh my God, you guys, this quarter moon, given what I told you, the sun squaring the Saturn, Jupiter. Remember, it was Saturn, Jupiter, 0 degrees Aquarius on December 21st. And then the sun is going to go 0 degrees Taurus here in the next 12 hours. This is going to square. And somewhere in here, oh God, in here, in about a day and a half, the moon will be in Leo. So we will have first quarter moon, probably when this is 1 degrees Taurus. I don't know. I'm sure our friend Holly Coleman knows. I will be live for this because this is a tough month, you guys. And it's not that you guys can't handle it. It's that nobody knows what to expect. This is nuts. I will tell you, I was feeling fearful before because so much stuff was happening. And, tarot just sometimes blocks me from knowing the goods and what's going on. And should I be afraid? I keep getting blocks on the Biden plan. But when I went to, on a scale of 1 to 10, President Biden, how, like 1 being not at all, 10 being the worst, how threatened are we by, I didn't even get to finish GOP Trump, and I got a blip and a, are you serious? And it didn't even register as a 1. And then I had to clarify, wait, is 0, 1 to 10? And it was like I got an eye roll from Biden. Like, come on, you know better. But then it's like, mum's the word. And I said, okay, well, what about the Russia? And then I was like a worse eye roll. Like, are you kidding me? I was like, okay. And then I just tried to ask, well, what about the GOP and domestic terrorism? And that got us up to a 2. So we are a lot safer than we believe. We need to get things in place. There's a lot of people getting arrested around the world. There's a lot going on around the world. A lot of stuff that we don't even know about. There's no way I can keep up with it, which, by the way, I told you. What did I tell you guys 2 weeks ago? Do you even remember 2 weeks ago? I said, you guys, Mercury's going to go through Aries in 2 weeks. I said, don't even try to keep up with it because it's going to be pandemonium. It's going to be nuts. News is going to be happening so fast. We're going to be spinning. I'm like, it's not your job to keep up with it. Well, that was 2 weeks ago. How have the last 2 weeks been? Kind of crazy. So now Mercury is going to go into Taurus and we're going to kind of feel that stop and slowing down. But things will still be simmering. It'll feel kinder. It's definitely going to be, I have no idea what to expect. But I'm happy and excited though, because we keep jumping the hurdles of what keeps getting put in front of us. cosmically, and then when I see the results and I see we keep getting over them, nothing has really trampled it. I mean, it hasn't been as bad as I thought it could be. We keep hitting the mark and we keep getting stronger. So that is good news. So I don't want you to be afraid. I want you to be prepared. Like the Girl Scout motto, be prepared. How are you guys doing? Oh my gosh. GMDave. The Democrats should take turns clog dancing on Manchin's head, MAGA Manchin, until he comes to his senses. You know what? I am totally rethinking the filibuster thing, you guys. I'll tell you why. Don't hate me. I just keeps popping up in my head. If the Democrats, I mean, just watch. It is just such the luck of the Democrats to do something and have it backfire, weaponized against them. So let's say they get rid of the filibuster. It would be so MAGA Manchin, so lousy cinema, to go ahead and be like, oh, you know what? Screw this. I'm a GQP. And switch parties. And then what happens to the Democrats? Silence. We get nothing. And as crazy as that sounds, I would not put it past them. Apparently, Kristen Sinema could not find Melania's coat, I don't care to you, and decided to wear an F-off ring on Instagram. So gross. Yes, for entertainment purposes only. Okay. But I might invest in some clogs anyway. Or some Birkenstocks. Okay. GMDave, only because they won't fight back. I think this is kind of what I'm feeling out, is to do as little as possible publicly, because the moment they do anything, it's weaponized, especially with this political season, and especially with the freaking deep fakes. So it's like, give them nothing, because then there's nothing to do. Like Biden sent the ships back. And I'm like, well, he can't do anything else. What, we're going to give out the plan? I mean, 9/11 is as far as a plan that they've given about Afghanistan. Okay, listen to me. Chatty, you guys. Okay. Yes, Linda Foster, we will survive this. We survived the last, yes, you guys, last 4 years. I am still, every once in a while, realizing what happened in the past year with that Saturn Pluto. And it's a little, I feel a little bit shell-shocked on some levels. It was traumatizing. It is going to take a long time to work this stuff out, okay? And wherever you are, that's okay. You're here. You were meant to be here. We were all meant to be here together. Who knew we would become such good friends during the Saturn Pluto? Yay! Okay. So, Monday. Bonnie's got Bonnie in the universe for Monday. Keep this in your back pocket. Monday. Beth V Tuesday. We should have a quarter moon by then. Wednesday, Pammy S. Thursday, Renee. What do you have to say? Friday, Renee. Rosie. Rosie, what do you guys have to say? Okay. I have Mr. Blue Skies in my head singing Mr. Blue Skies. I'm not even going to sing it because it's not really singable to me. Oh boy, this is what's on tap for this week. The Five of Wands. You ready for more? Yeah, there's fighting. This squaring this. So don't take it personally. Stuff is going to come up from December 21st. Do you know what happened on December 20th? That is when Trump got his appointee to DOD, Flynn's brother, on the 20th. I would expect some Flynn news or Defense Department news. We had a quarter moon that day. God, it was the first day of winter. We had a quarter moon, and we had the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction all within like 6 hours. We had all that stuff happen. Pay attention to this. Stuff is going to come up from the past. So, more Five of Wands, fighting. Brace yourselves. Or ignore it. Just be away from it. Watch your surroundings, you guys. I'm not saying that because I think anybody's in harm. I actually worry more about the people in your environment who have lost their minds. And God bless them. Everybody is trying. We've got Five of Wands this week. Fighting. You guys, just do things you can handle that you know what you're going to have success with. Oh, Nine of Cups. This also, with the fighting, comes wishes coming true. I mean, that is quite the extremes. That screams payoff to me. Okay? So Monday, the Hanged Man. Getting stopped. Sacrifice. 22 degrees. Neptune right now is an exact square to Donald's sun and his moon. We know from his solar return, this is the moment of his life from now to May 12th. He's going to be doing this crap all over the place. What do you have to say? Hanged Man tomorrow. Oh boy, wouldn't that be nice, Justice? Monday, the Hanged Man. Pisces, be easy, be gentle. Look for peace. Monday. Getting to calmer waters. Think thoughts. That transition to an easier space. You're going to have to work that muscle tomorrow. Well, we've been sitting around long enough. It's time to do something, take care of your emotional health. Get up from sitting for so long. Well, Taurus, usually we sit and ponder. Get up. You don't stay stagnant. Don't be stagnant. Taurus, the drawback could stagnate things. Uranus there, maybe not. You need keep your fluids moving, you guys. A month. Good news, a young person, a young girl. Look for a spark from the youth tomorrow, Monday. This is your personal life, okay? So, if you've had enough, drift away. It's not worth it. So that's Monday. Tuesday, Beth. Oh boy, does that look like fun? Beth is having a birthday party. She's having fun. You guys, let's go eat some cake. This is Venus in Aries, actually. It represents, success that you've had doing something and building something with the success you've had. So Tuesday, enjoy yourself. Find out what your successes have been in your personal life. Tuesday, there are some disappointments, yes. And it is going to be a total balancing act to stay centered, stay in your zone, in your space, and keep doing the thing you want to do that you said at the Aries new moon. Keep at it. Because there's success for you there. Okay, Wednesday, Pammy. Oh, Temperance. How sweet. Do you want a green juice or a red juice? Do you want to do this or that? Do we want to blend some things, try something new? Whatever routine you've been hacking away at, it's time to expand that thing. There is a field of comfort we've kind of had that is asking for you to reach out more. Reach out from the heart. Be open to any possibility. Someone might surprise you. Ooh, fortune. Go with the flow on Wednesday, you guys. You know what? Just cut the crap out. If there is something that's been going on undecided, you're done. Make a settlement. Settle with it. Be at peace. Be at one with it. You're done. And get your move on. Something might try to stop you in your tracks that maybe has stopped you in the past. Nuh-uh. You're done. This fell out. Keep with the method to those with valuable support and help. Keep at it. Keep on keeping on. Thursday. Renee. Ooh, the Knight of Pentacles. Thursday is Jupiter's day. I think the moon will probably have moved into Virgo by then. This is a good time to take care of your stuff, your earthly possessions, those things that matter, your investments, the things that are going to take you places. Take care of your stuff. We've gotten through kind of this messy week. You've got things that need tending to as well. Who cares what anybody else says about anything? Thursday. This card today I realized was I rest my case. Like with the Chauvin trial. This isn't truth or lies. It's I rest my case. I'm done with this. We're all done here. This is, I am not going to act out anymore about this. We're done here. I rest my case. I am going to be more inhibited. I'm going to pull back. This is Thursday. Eye on the ball, take care of your stuff. Seven of Swords. There's time for revision still, you guys. Take care of your stuff. Take credit for your stuff. Keep your eye on the ball. Keep an eye on what's around you. Foolery. I just feel like this is really sinking into who you are. Whereas maybe in the past, you would have been vulnerable for some trickery or deceit. Thursday, not anymore. Not anymore. Okay? Friday. Friday, Rosie. Woohoo! Oh, Five of Pentacles. The ins and outs. Where are you going to be? Being left out, being inside. Friday. Aloha Friday. Ooh. Something is going to be revealed. Maybe there was confusion about the Five of Pentacles, where you stood on this matter. It's coming out. Moon. Keep going with the flow. Keep going with the flow. We are in tenuous times Friday. The happy family. Where you are. So there, if you can tell by the cards, these are all good cards. But the themes that are going with them is kind of like this undercurrent, this rumbling, kind of this upheaval, kind of these changes. Don't be stubborn and hang on to your stuff so much. We are still in fresh new beginnings that are asking for boldness and are asking for courage. Also asking you to conquer the crap that was in your life. Conquer that stuff once and for all. Take no prisoners. F around and find out, Eris asteroid. All this stuff is in play, you guys. Don't sit back. Be ready. But also, stop and smell the roses. Okay? Let me check in with you guys. How are you guys doing? I love those cards. What is the name, please? So this is the tarot deck by Poppy Palin. Sorry, I can't read. The Everyday Enchantment Tarot. Is that better? I know, they're such lovely cards. I love them. Thank you, thank you. Okay, do you have any last questions? You guys, it's a tough week. So don't be surprised when the going gets rough. Have a plan. Please make a plan. Or just at least just walk away and stay safe. Okay, good night, Spooky Mama. You're going to watch again in the morning. Okay, that sounds good. You're so welcome. You guys, I don't think I can throw any more cards for you guys to prepare you for this week and this month, okay? So, thank you. You guys, I guess we're just going to close it here, okay? I will come with some more videos this week. I just want you guys to be prepared, okay? Have a great evening. Have a good week. We're in for multiple, endless potential and possibilities. The universe loves you guys. I hope you can feel that, okay? Have a good night. We'll see you soon, okay? Thanks, you guys. Thank you, Marby. Thank you, Electra. Thank you, Holly. Thank you, Lori, Teresa, Pammy. And thank you, moderators, so much. Bye. See you later.